Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Once again, it's time to do some legendary crafting, and today I will be crafting power armor. I didn't say which kind of power armor because I'll actually be doing 3 different kinds. This is the power armor set I'm trying to complete, and it is actually 6 different types of power armor. Now, the whole idea for this power armor set actually came from a random drop, and it was this piece. It was a Overeater's weapon weight reduction, poison resistance, T45 left arm. I don't tend to run T45. I never have run a full set of that. And so typically I would put this in the script machine, but it's such a good combination of effects, I decided to hold on to it. And eventually I got it into my head that it would be fun to have a set of mixed pieces that were all random drops, all weapon weight reduction. When I'm looking to craft or looking to put together a set of power armor, weapon weight reduction is always a must-have star for me because I like to do area looting and I like to be able to do it without being over encumbered. So the way I evaluate a piece of power armor is I start from the 3rd star and work my way up. So for me, weapon weight reduction is a requirement. If it doesn't have that, then it's not going to be kept no matter what the other stars are. Next, I look at the 2nd star, and I like things like poison resistance, fire resistance, AP refresh, something like that. And for the 1st star, I don't actually really care that much. It's not that important with power armor. As long as it's not vanguards or bolstering, those effects are pretty useless as far as power armor goes, just because the resistance is already really high. So something that gives me reduction, like mutant slayers, troubleshooters, those kinds of things, even though I don't normally like enemy specific stuff, on power armor I do. If you can get a mix of enemy resistance pieces, that's a good combination for me. Overeaters, obviously that's always good as well. So with this set, we've already got both arms. So the left arm is the T45, which I've already talked about. And the right arm is the Ultrasight right arm. So it is also Overeaters with weapon weight reduction. It does have plus 25 radiation resistance, which is not really useful on power armor. 25, you're not going to notice a difference one way or the other. So that's okay. The 3rd star's weapon weight, so we're going to stick with that for now. So this is what the set is consisting of at the moment. We have a T51 helmet. Obviously, you can't roll a helmet legendary, so the T51 is going to stay. T51 is actually my favorite kind of power armor. That's why I have the helmet. So what we'll be rolling today is a torso, and I'm using XO1 as the torso. I like just the bright yellow. We have a Raider right leg and a T60 left leg. I actually have, if you can see on the left, I've crafted multiples of those, so we'll be rolling the legs and the torso today. And normally I have a plan in terms of how many modules I'm going to spend, but with something like this, you don't really know how it's going to turn out. So I'm guessing it's not going to take me 3 crafts, so I'm guessing it's going to take more than 12 legendary modules, but I have enough to roll. Well, I've got 400 modules. I'm willing to go for a couple hundred. So somewhere between 1 and 200 is what we'll end up with today, but let's just get started and see how it goes. So for the first torso, we've got Vanguards, which I think is completely useless on power armor, AP refresh, and breaks 50% slower. Power armor already breaks really slow, so that's not a very useful star on power armor. All right, let's do a T60 left leg next. And we've got Exterminators with +1 endurance and sweet spot while picking locks. Okay, that 3rd star is useless. You know, it'd be better if that 3rd star, instead of increasing the size of the sweet spot, maybe give you a rank of lockpick. So somebody who's not running Master Infiltrator who has lockpick cards, have an armor piece that would just remove the need for that would be that would be a much more useful effect than what we have. +1 endurance, we're wearing power armor, we don't really need that. Exterminators, enemy specific, but it is a reduction from an enemy type, and if you mix and match, that could be good, but overall this is not going to be something that we're going to hold on to. All right, let's roll a Raider leg now. Got Mutant Slayers with cryo resistance and radiation recovery. Well, radiation recovery could actually be useful, except this character has maxed out what rads, so that isn't something I need. Cryo resist, that doesn't really help you as far as if you have an enemy in, say, a daily ops or mutated event that freezes you. This doesn't help with that. It only helps with cryo damage, which isn't something that's a big deal in this game. So I don't think that's actually that useful. Mutant Slayers, though, super mutants are pretty dangerous in terms of ranking enemies, and so that could be a useful effect. But overall, no weapon weight. We move on. All right, time for another XO1 torso, and we've got junk weight reduction. Well, weapon weight, it's weight reduction, but the wrong kind of thing. +1 perception. This is not a VATS character, so that doesn't matter. And assassins, well, there are human enemies. They're not that much not that dangerous. But this could be part of a mix and match in terms of resistances, or damage reduction rather, but it doesn't have weapon weight, so we move on. All right, we've got a Raider leg this time, and it is auto stim with radiation resistance and effectiveness of stim packs. Don't really need auto stim, especially on this character, because I do run Born Survivor. Radiation resistance on power armor, at least extra radiation resistance for 25, that's not useful. 5% effectiveness of stim packs and Radaway Radax. I'm not sure you're going to notice 5%, so overall not a combination of effects that I'm interested in. All right, we've got a T60 left leg next, and it is Exterminators with +1 strength and chance to deal poison resistance. +1 strength, I mean, I am going for carrying as much as possible with this power armor set, so +1 strength is actually a second star that I could find useful. We have a damage reduction from enemy specific with Exterminators. That could be useful, part of a mix and match, but the last star is not weapon weight, so we are not going to keep this. Back to the X01 torso, and we are rolling another one. We have Mutant Slayers, which I like as a primary effect. Disease resist, I don't even know if that works. I don't know. You don't get any kind of indication if you don't get a disease, so I don't know how you even know if that's working, so I don't really want that effect. And a 5% chance to deal extra damage to melee attackers. On regular armor, that's an okay effect. On power armor, it's not weight reduction, so I don't want it. Another Raider right leg, here we go. We got Mutants with +1 intelligence and break slower. Well, Mutants gives you extra resistance, which we do not need while wearing power armor. +1 intelligence, useful for leveling, but other than that, it's not something I'm looking for. Break slower, you don't need that on power armor, so on we go. T60 leg, here we go. Whoops, didn't want to do that twice. Vanguards, which is useless on power armor. AP regen, that's useful, and a chance to reduce damage while sprinting. Not super useful in this case, so on we go. So far, nothing tempting, but let's go. We got an X01 torso. We got junk weight reduction, so again, this is actually a pretty good combination of effects, but not what we're looking for. Overeaters, that's a good effect. AP regen, that's a good effect. Junk weight, yeah, that could be useful. I mean, it's good for looting, but I want weapon weight reduction. So this is really close, but not what we want. All right, we've got a Raider right leg coming up. So there we go. Ooh. Okay, I love this. This is a great effect. This is a great combination. Okay, so we finally got weapon weight reduction, which is awesome. Poison resistance, also awesome. Since this is a mix and match set, I can't use Funky Duds. I mean, I can use it, but it won't do anything for me. So getting resistance like poison resistance and fire resistance actually matters on these pieces. So that's what I want. Troubleshooters. Robots tend to be pretty dangerous. Obviously, I mean, we have electric absorption, and that pretty much makes robots a lot less threatening, but still, robots can do a lot of damage, so that's actually a good combination of effects. This will be a keeper, so I don't think we'll be rolling any more Raider right legs, no. All right, let's roll a X01 torso. We've got Vanguards, useless, Perception, useless, and effectiveness of stim packs right away, that's also not very useful either. So on we go. T60 left leg coming up. We've got Auto Stim, which I don't really care about. It doesn't work with Born. I mean, it kind of conflicts with Born Survivor. Hunger and Thirst grow slower. Food is not a problem. I don't want that star ever. And I never block. So this is 3 effects I don't want at all. Another X01 torso. We've got Mutants with cryo resistance and chance to deal cryo damage to melee attackers. Mutants gives you +10 damage resistance. Who cares about that? It's power armor. Cryo resistance, I've already talked about why that's not very useful. And a chance to deal cryo damage. It's not weapon weight reduction, so on we go. All right, another T60 left leg coming up. We've got Auto Stim, which I don't really want. Cryo Resist, which I still don't want. And junk weight, well, I do want weight reduction, but not of junk. I want weapons. So next. Another X01 coming up. Chameleon. Ooh, I hate Chameleon. Hunger and Thirst grows slower. Yeah, that's not useful either. And a chance to reduce damage while not moving. I don't really tend to worry about something like that in power armor, so that 3rd star, and again, it's not weapon weight, so I don't want it. But Chameleon, I'm not doing a lot of sneaking. I don't need to stay hidden. I'm wearing power armor, damn it. So next. Let's see, a T60 left leg is what's on the agenda. Aristocrats with AP regen and less damage taken while blocking. Well, I never block, so that 3rd star won't do anything. AP regen is great. Aristocrats, extra resistance, which I do not need. Okay, so all the X01s that I've crafted have been rolled, so we are just going to start re-rolling some of these pieces. So let's re-roll this Mutants one and turn it into what? Troubleshooters, which I like. Endurance, which is, it's so-so. I mean, I don't really need it. And a chance to deal damage to melee attackers. Well, it's not weapon weight reduction, so on we go. Looks like I have one unrolled T60 left, so let's roll it now and turn it into something, okay. Mutant Slayers, I like Mutant Slayers, +1 luck. This is not a VATS build, I don't do critical hits, so luck doesn't really do anything for me at all. And a chance to deal damage to melee attackers is not weapon weight reduction, so on we go. All right, next we are going to re-roll this Assassin's X01 torso and turn it into what? Overeaters, that's a good one. Fire resistance, that's actually a good one as well. Unfortunately, the 3rd star is not weapon weight reduction. Too bad. If that was weapon weight reduction, this would be a keeper as well. But then we'd have to stop rolling, and nobody wants that. All right, time to start re-rolling T60 pieces since I've rolled all the ones that I crafted, and I can't think of a better place to start than Vanguards. We have, okay, we got Mutant Slayers with weapon weight reduction and less explosion damage. Okay, so I like Mutant Slayers, I like weapon weight reduction, less explosion damage, I don't love that. So this would be a candidate to be replaced at some point, but for now, I think this is a good spot to stop on this one, I think. All right, let's focus on the torso now. Let's re-roll this Vanguard's piece. Let's get us Exterminators with +1 intelligence and a chance to reduce damage while not moving. Okay, well, Exterminators, good with the mix and match set. Intelligence, not really what I'm looking for. And yeah, that third star is not weapon weight reduction, so let's move on. Found another Vanguard's XO1 that we can re-roll. And we turned into basically the same thing. So still Vanguards, +1 perception. Yeah, none of this is useful, so let's go to the next one. Oh, let's get rid of this chameleon piece. Let's see, we've got Hunters with +1 agility and chance to deal damage to melee attackers. I'm not looking to deal damage to melee attackers, I'm looking to kill them, so, plus that's not weapon weight reduction, so we don't want it. +1 agility, really not super useful for this particular character. Hunters could be part of a mix and match damage reduction set, but it's not weapon weight reduction, so we'll do another one. All right, I'm gonna get rid of Vanguards if I have to use up all my modules. We're getting rid of this Vanguards piece. There we go. Mutants with cryo resistance and chance to deal damage to melee attackers. Well, this isn't any better, really. Mutants, in fact, it's probably worse, but mutants isn't something I'm looking for. I don't want extra resistance on power armor. I've got enough. Damage reduction is okay, resistance is not. Cryo resistance, I think, is pretty useless, and that last star is not weapon weight reduction, so on we go. And let's see, that's 100, so I've gone through 100 modules, and I got 2 out of the 3 pieces, so I'm feeling pretty good. So let's just keep rolling torsos. All right, let's re-roll this Hunter's piece. Let's get rid of this. And we've got Auto Stim with Charisma and poison damage to melee attackers. Okay, Auto Stim, don't want that. Charisma, I'm not looking to charm my enemies, I'm looking to kill them, and that last star is not weapon weight reduction. All right, let's re-roll this Troubleshooter's piece and turn it into something better. That is not what I did. It is Bolstering with +1 luck and Sweet Spot while lockpicking. And I also have Master Infiltrator on this character, so I don't need any help with picking locks. +1 luck, I'm not doing VATS critical hits, so I'm not sure what luck would do for me. And Bolstering, that's gonna give me extra resistance, which I do not need. All right, let's take this Mutant Slayer's XO1 and turn it into something better. And, well, we got AP regen, which is a good thing. Radiation recovery, not super useful in this particular case. Exterminators, that could be good, but we want weapon weight reduction. All right, let's go back to this Bolstering piece and kick it out. Chameleon. When I see Chameleon, it actually makes me glad that the third star is not weapon weight reduction because I don't want to keep him, although I never sneak, so it wouldn't actually ever come up. Still, I just don't want to see that on any of my armor, but especially power armor. So we're just gonna keep on going. All right, let's take this almost good enough power armor piece, it's Overeaters, and re-roll it. Bolstering again with fire resistance. I like fire resistance. I don't like the other 2 stars, so let's just move on. All right, next up, this Exterminator's intelligence piece is gonna change into Hunters. Oh, okay, there we go. It's weapon weight reduction, so we have weapon weight reduction. +1 luck is completely useless, and damage from animals, that's okay, part of a mix and match damage reduction set. So I like the first star and the third star, but luck is not so great. So as things stand right now, this is what our set looks like. So for a Raider right leg, we've got Troubleshooters with poison resistance and weapon weight reduction. We have the Ultrasight right arm with radiation resistance, Overeaters, weapon weight reduction. T45, Overeaters, poison resist, weapon weight reduction. The T60 left leg is Mutant Slayers with less explosion damage and weapon weight reduction. And the torso is Hunters with +1 luck, weapon weight reduction. So I've got a few pieces that I would like to replace at some point. But for now, I'm actually pretty happy that I have a full weapon weight reduction set of all mixed pieces. And I do like the look. I'll probably paint a piece here and there. But for now, this is a good place to stop. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons down below. And I hope you join me in the next one. Thank you very much.